Welcome, guys, to the final part of my Introduction to Stellaris series, is kind of what this has become, where we have spent, you know what, I've been playing about 20 hours. This has been about a 20-hour campaign, and we're only just 100 years in. But I think most of the fundamentals and basics of the game have been delivered. I haven't been able to show you an Ecumenopolis, but maybe we can get there today, actually, all right? Because what I could do is demolish some of these generator districts. They're only responsible for 23 energy anyway for our whole empire. So if I demolish this, replace them all with cities, you never know, we might just be able to turn the planet into a city. I'd love to do that in this episode. I think that'd be really cool. So we can fill the whole planet up with cities now. There's no other production going on, just really advanced research and civilian goods and all kinds of, high-tech stuff. We've unlocked our final building here as well now. We have 75 pops. I think it's about 100 pops that you actually find you can turn the place into a city planet. But we need certain text for it. So that'll be fun. I'm going to show you some mega structures here as well. And we are generally going to be a little bit scared of the Elder Dragons. We're also going to send our battleship fleets right here at the start of the episode over to the Dimensional Horror and to the Tianki Matriarch and see if we can break through them. So let's do that. I'm going to have them all meet up. Even the Pirate Patrol. Actually, fine. We'll keep the Pirate Patrol going. I'm going to have them all meet up, though, and our Federation fleet at Verdaman and Deep Space Nine. So they can all go there. And I guess we'll go for the Tianki Matriarch first. We want a land grab as well for the... what do you call it? Oh, this is Deep Space Nine, actually, down here. That's fine. For that starbase. So I'm going to actually build a construction ship early just to slam it up there and capture that territory really fast before, look, when you can literally see that the Ice Brood are on the other side. They have this Whisper class construction ship, no doubt waiting for the fall of the Tianki Matriarch to grab that system. I don't want to let them do that. So we've also got, World Shaper lets us terraform worlds into Gaia planets. You could make your entire empire full of Gaia planets. I'm not going to worry about that myself. We can pick up Voidborn, though, which will help us with our habitat. So I'm going to show you guys that as well. We'll probably want another construction ship. Here's one here. Oh, that's the same.
War has been declared.
It's taken a while to build. All right, so what we're going to do is build a mega structure. And you see the first one is a habitat. It's going to cost us a ton of alloys, 200 influence. But what we can do is we can put it in orbit of any of these celestial bodies, any of them. Let's say the one that we're at. Wait, where are we at? We're in the center. So let's put it over here. And what it will be is a mini planet, really, that we can colonize, send people to live in, and then they can have their own types of districts, their own types of jobs, everything. It's pretty cool, really. What I'll say as well is based on where you build it, the buildings that are in the habitat can be different. You know, if you've built it near some exotic gases, they can work with the gases. There's like a whole game of things going on with the habitat. It's amazing how many features there are in this game that you'll only get access to, like
System survey
tens
concluded.
or even hundreds of hours into a campaign. It's pretty cool.
Knowledge is the key.
So anyway,
to
it's
the
coming out over
universe.
here because it's going to orbit quite far away, I guess. And yeah, that will actually be it's like a starbase that we can live in. And I just picked up an Ascension perk for that, so it's pretty cool. Speaking of, and by the way, you get 100% habitability on those because they are built for you to live in. So, you know, they're kind of like Gaia worlds to a certain extent. Though the number of things you can do there and how they work is kind of restrictive. I've never actually, under the new planetary system, built a habitat or lived in one, so I wonder how that will go. Anyway, assault armies we can build up. Somebody just died, our admiral, right before the big battle.
War has been declared.
There's so many script that like to work with us. That's interesting. Another war's broken out. The entangling vines are declaring war on the unseen space, no doubt gorging. So we can reactivate this and reactivate the Fabricator maybe soon. Oh no, you can't activate it while the cooldown's active. So can I have multiple active at once, or do I have to choose? I wonder. Let's see what other arcane technologies we can reverse engineer. Oh, arcane deciphering. We can now have the ability to build a dimensional fabricator on one of our planets. What is a dimensional fabricator?
Knowledge is the key to the
universe. Let's go have a look at it on Earth, maybe. Dimensional fabricator. Over here. What on earth is
System
this?
survey
This building
concluded.
uses little understood dimensional technology to tunnel into other realities and siphon off their valuable resources. It costs 20 energy, but produces, wow, loads of strategic resources and minerals. Yeah, all right, I'll do that. As long as it's specialists that are working there, right? I don't know what jobs it actually requires. Proton launchers, plasma cannons. We've got so many techs here. And since we're not at war, it's, you know, it's a weird one. We've built such a fast technologically building society here that the whole balance of how many techs we're getting and how fast is kind of out of whack. I kind of want to build a new campaign. One of the reasons I want this to be the last episode is because I want to do another campaign at some point. If these are videos people are enjoying watching and, you know, it's a good idea, I'd like to do that because we can sort of have a slightly different balance going on and maybe things can be a little bit more interesting. Let's distribute some luxury goods to these guys as well. They have a real housing issue. I don't see how they have a housing issue. Because, I mean, well, we're still just building the cities. Once the cities are in, they'll be fine. Psionic theory, we could become Jedis. I doubt we'll really have time to do that here. We can go for that. We can, let's see, what else? Are our fleets in position? I think they are. Let's take the fight to the Tianqi first. Now, I didn't build any new ones, but, I mean, this is a lot of vessels right here. The first fleet doesn't have an admiral.
War
Let's
has
give them
erupted.
one. I like Codan fighters. Let's have a Codan vessel. Let's have a look at our demographics as well as we close out here. The majority of us are human, but there's an enormous amount of other people. Tengu, Silvari, another form of Tengu, Jotun, Skrit, dwarves, Norn living amongst us, Seers. Look at this. This is our empire. Look at all these people. Super cool. All right, here we go. So, this is the fight against the Tianqi Matriarch, who I believe once we defeat, we can get cool research. I think we're going to annihilate it. What this is important is not just because of the Matriarch itself. This is important because it's opening me up to all the other dragons. And I have no idea how Earth would go after these 100 years. Man, it's cool. I wish I could... there is totally a way that you should be able to scan these and you can see what they've got. I'm sure you can. You can look at like the kind of biodrive they have, all that sort of stuff. Well, he's struggled. He's not been able to do anything, has he? Down he goes. Matriarch Elder. Our victorious fleet circles the dying Tianqi Matriarch, her glowing flesh scored by countless blast marks, the violent thrashing of her tentacles still trying to grasp at nearby ships, first slows, then draws abruptly to an end. At last she expires, the ancient market laid to an end, like her would-be hunters before us. Or so it seemed. Our fleet captains are reporting strange movements coming from inside the belly of the beast. Something is about to emerge. Battle stations! A mysterious vessel covered in viscous fluids and damaged by digestive juices blasts its way out of the corpse of the fallen Tianqi Matriarch. Our fleet stands at the ready, but the ship immediately powers down its weapons and engines after emerging. They're hailing us. It's like an orc dude. This is Captain Rethondel of the AH-4B. Long have I suffered in the caustic bowels of that felled beast. Decades ago I came to hunt it, to repay a debt long overdue. Alas, I could not lay this baleful matriarch to an end. And when she swallowed the AH-4B whole, I was certain I would never again see the light of the stars. I am glad to see I was mistaken. For putting my nightmare to rest, I would pledge my life and loyalty and my ship to the United Nations of Earth. So, then welcome aboard, Captain. If we were genocidal, we could choose to just kill him, which is kind of sad if you think about it. You may serve us, but we're scrapping your ship. Just your ship will do. Or welcome aboard entirely. So let's say welcome aboard entirely. Now we should get a new military vessel from this. Here it is, the AH-4B. Let's fly it off to the side here. Look at this bad boy. Look at this thing. It's like a giant gun. I don't know if this is some kind of Warhammer reference or what, but it's got 4K strength. It's not bad. We should be able to examine it. Ship details. It has a hyperdrive 3, an advanced artillery computer. Look at this thing. It's amazing. It's a battleship class vessel. And he's his own admiral in there. Look at that. He's got Hyle's heart. When it comes to warfare, this leader is mercilessly obsessive and singular in purpose. They are definitely doing a Moby Dick thing. Look, that even looks like a harpoon. So, yeah, he's got all this cool stuff, but he won't really disengage from flights. From battle. So anyway, we do have some ships that currently do not have an admiral. Would you like to be in charge of them? Oh, I'm not allowed to merge with his ship. His gun ship. Alright, so with that done, let's get our construction ship straight in. Oh, we need a science ship as well. To actually examine the place. Now, who's most local? Not sure anyone is. This guy was helping research at Earth, but he can go to do that. In the meantime, let's go for the Void Horror. And we have a new ally to do it with us. Look at this, the corpse of the Tianki matriarch. Now, we might be able to examine this or something. Does it just stay laying there? I wonder why the dragon corpse doesn't stay laying there. Oh, it's really sad, isn't it? I wish that the game had more stuff like this. And like early game, it would be cool if there was more stuff like this. So, you know, there were like the physical appearance of the systems around became littered with the stories of what you had done and where you had been and where you had gone. Food we can start selling. Get more. I don't really need to build my fleets up either for now. This is great. Is he out in front? I think he might be. Well, I don't want him to go too far. You know, this Void Horror might be a lot more dangerous. We never actually asked whether we can destroy the Void Horror. Here, can you please follow them? Don't go in first, dude. Please don't go in first. That would not be a good idea. Now, there you go. Hana Sakamoto is going in first, because she's a boss. Right, the prophets of the Eratus ended their rivalry. I'm sure they did. Why? Because they're all getting destroyed. Hold the phone. So Primordus is now here. That's interesting. So his ships are really cool, by the way. Look at this. Destroyer Harpies, Destroyer Crabs, Apocalypse classes. They're so cool. I love all of their vessels. Look at their vessels. Look at this. Aren't they badass? Okay, we've just engaged with the matriarch. We're about to unlock a route.
Research concluded.
Not the matriarch, the Void Horror. Please tell me everyone's coming. Yeah, they're just being a little bit slow. There we go. Lots of shields.
System survey concluded.
Oh god, he actually has lots of shields. Oh, and look at that. Look, the shields are actually stopping our projectiles, our lasers. Look at that. Look how cool that is. I don't know what these tornadoes are that they're sending around. We're not going to lose this, are we? We might. I mean, he is tanky. I mean, I can actually refill really easily. We researched something. What did we research? Oh, psionic theory. All right, let's pick up gene tailoring now, which would allow us to modify our human species, if you like. Look at this guy, big tongue. Yeah, there's so many cool features and things coming up. There's so much more that the game's got to give. It's a shame. I mean, I've produced most of these videos over a weekend, really. Like, this whole mini-series over a weekend. And if I had more time and I didn't have other projects and things I wanted to get to, I think I would just keep going with this. Here we go. There's our backline coming in. Oh, man. But, you know, there's nothing stopping us from maybe coming back to the game and checking out the new expansion and all those things, as long as people, you know, find it entertaining. I think it is a good game, but it's a game that's got a huge, like, learning curve. And so much to explain that I think it puts people off. What's kind of cool is, now that I've done this first series, like as an introductory series, it would be really cool to do another one, and I don't have to baby you and explain every little thing. We can just, you know, be much more snappy. The first 100 years could be played in the first couple of episodes. And now we're back at a level like this, but in another galaxy with another type of empire and all that kind of stuff going on, you know. So unusual energy readings there. The malignant entity which attempted to breach our universe near the Var-Z Maelstrom has been banished back to its own realm. Only time will tell if its influence has been sufficiently weakened to keep it there for good. We are detecting some kind of anomalous residual energy that must have been left behind by the dimensional rift the creature opened. Studying this energy more closely could potentially lead to scientific breakthroughs.
Situation
so we have a
has
special
been
project
updated.
here. We probably want to send a science ship over. And I mean, I already have a science ship en route to this area. It's probably smarter to build a new one, like here, isn't it? Not here, at Deep Space Nine. Quickly staff it. In fact, I'll build 2. 1 to survey. Oh, no, we don't need to build 2. Well, we could. I mean, there's no way that... So this is interesting. Primordus could take this system, and Jormag could take this system. And then we have 2 fronts. And these would become very, very important systems. You know what's kind of cool? The black hole system, I've already told you guys, it's a really good place to fight and hold as a choke point. And this area, by the way, look at all the stuff that we've got to learn about with the Tianki Matriarch destroyed here. There's usually a Gaia world where you find the Tianki Matriarch as well. It's probably this planet here. Let's have a look. Didn't we see it before? Yeah, we did. Let's check it out. So, a nice, really amazing planet there. It's kind of like part of your reward.
Knowledge is the key to the universe.
So, all these guys. Good. We actually have a route. We could go to Alpha Centauri if we really wanted.
Construction
We could invade
completed.
it and take what was rightfully ours all those years ago. I don't think I will, though. Not for now. I want to show you guys mega structures. Gateway travel. There's the mystery of the L gate, which I guess we won't be explaining here. But maybe able to one day. Let's pick up Harmony. Embracing a combination of new meditation techniques and healthier eating habits, a large segment of our population enjoys a greater life expectancy than ever before. So we live for longer. We can keep our lovely mushroom friend alive. So let's pick up someone who can survey. None of them really matter. That's fine. Our economy's got so strong that it doesn't really matter. In fact, what I'll do is I'll research this project up here first, and then I will survey here afterwards. Yeah, all of our fleets. The other thing that our fleets could do now is we could go to fight the enigmatic energy up here that I said this system was disabled. And they can do that now because of the wormhole, right? They'll travel to Sedabari, zip on the wormhole up to Asterion, and then they'll move on and fight. We could even have them come over to some of these other weird things, which are so distant I never talked to you guys about them much. But there's an alien space station here, possibly a pirate system, an enigmatic fortress. Another thing that would be kind of cool about closing this campaign and kicking up a new one is I can start showing you the mods that vastly improve the game. Like, not little things that I made just to slightly tweak it and put, you know, Tyrian races here, but actually, you know, that do big things with the economy and with the balance and the rate of tech growth and the AI's aggression and all that kind of stuff. There's a lot of things. And UI as well. I'd love to play with basically a cleaner UI. It's been something I've been thinking about the most recent couple of episodes.
System survey concluded.
So yeah, we'll just have this guy wait here for a second. We'll follow this dude as he moves over to examine the dimensional energy. I don't know what we get from this dimensional energy situation, by the way. I really don't. So Sol still has a housing issue. Man, it's taking them so long to build these cities. You've got to be really cautious about this. In fact, let's go to fastest here. It seems like the galaxy's quieted down a little bit as well, doesn't it?
Research concluded.
Probably because there's a lot less people to do things now. Look at this. Oh, it's so bad. How are you guys doing? They're pathetic to me still, but I'm sure you're getting a lot of funds.
Knowledge is the key to the universe.
Right. There you go. Megastructure. Oh, sorry. This is megastructure restoration, not megastructure creation. But you never know. We might find the next tier. Neutronium armors after this. We've got the Ministry of Production we can work on later. But yeah, you've got if you have a megastructure in your territory like these guys do, as soon as you get that tech I just picked up, you can actually start rebuilding it. Now this is the coordination center, which actually has a lot of meaning, but when it's in hive mind space, I don't actually know whether the hive minds will do much with it. I really don't. I'm not sure about that. Anyway, let's just make sure that we're not running out of rare crystals. We're not really producing them, and that is a problem. I don't like being reliant on others, but hey, that's fine. All right, here we go. Oh, the black hole did some kind of weird
system survey concluded.
Oh, there you go. Dark matter has been found. You only really find dark matter near black holes. It has many properties that seemingly defy natural laws. It could potentially revolutionize the sciences. Dark matter is like one of the last strategic resources you use a lot of, and I think there's certain ship components and things that are very good with dark matter. If you start selling it on the market and you're the first, it's pretty good. Let's move over and actually have a look at these unusual readings here. It's not going to take too long, 100 days or so. So, Starbase. which is the top tier. I'm not sure I showed you, but look at that. I actually feel like this ship set is a bit messy looking. If we have a look at maybe some of our allies, and hopefully they've been building up quite well. Let's check out the rune stones. You guys doing good? Got a good fleet. No, they're not really upgrading their stuff too much. But other star bases can look way cooler. Look at these Jotun star bases. That looks awesome, doesn't
Construction completed.
I know that there are all kinds of different types of sci-fi, you know, and certain things that people enjoy. But, yeah, in general, the default human set is only of somewhat interest to me. I like the Commonwealth of Man stuff. I think, well, is that the same? Actually, maybe the Commonwealth of Man does look the same. I might just be talking complete nonsense there. Let's see where our agro world is ended up by the end of the series. 600 food coming out of it. And there's still so much more the population can do.
Knowledge is the key to the universe.
I'll give them some more residences since they still don't have quite enough houses. I like the idea of all these farmers living in luxury, you know. Ministry of Production. So planets are big and production sites often separated by vast distances. A coherent strategy for making certain everyone is putting the same direction is often needed. Pulling in the same direction. So genetic modification, we now know. We can tweak humans. I'll show you guys that feature. And here, this rare technology allows us to do it even more. Hyper entertainment forums are just an advanced version of the one the buildings have. What's this? Our study of the energy anomalies produced by the Varzi Maelstrom dimensional rifts have finally yielded results. The energies involved in the creation of these portals are unlike any we have ever encountered. Most intriguing of all, our scientists theorize that it may be possible to devise a new method of interstellar travel using these energies. Oh, the jump drive. Wow. I guess that makes sense. All right, I got to show you guys this. Right. If you have a look at technology and what was that? That was physics, right? Oh no, it wasn't physics. Sorry, it was physics. Yeah, and I'm in engineering. I don't know why I did that. Here it is. Jump drive. A few videos ago, you may remember I told you about this, that there are dangerous technologies, not just normal technologies, not just rare ones, but dangerous ones. And here you've got this, the jump drive. It is like being able to avoid the hyperlanes. I'm serious. So, oh, by the way, we have finally found the route. Do you remember these systems here? This is how you get to them. My God. It's all the way through here from the Glint Star Holds. And we can actually fly there now. That's amazing. We could go on some long adventure to get all the way here just to claim the system if we really wanted. That's a huge... That's such a weird route over there. Anyway, I could do that. Or I could research the jump drive. Now listen, it's a dangerous and rare technology, a groundbreaking technological marvel. The jump drive shreds the local space-time continuum and rearranges it on the quantum level to be identical to that of the target destination. And thus, the ship appears to instantly jump from system to system. This allows you to just move directly to a system. And what does that mean? That means that, let's say the Elder Dragons get this. They could avoid the Maelstrom and just jump straight over to Sirius. And then they're there. There are cooldowns to it. You can't fight very well for a while after you do it. So if you're trying to sneak a fleet in a weird place and trying to ambush someone, you have to be very careful. The AI is actually generally quite scared in vanilla to use jump drives. Oh God, my throat. I've got something stuck on my throat here because they know that they're very vulnerable after doing it. But it's really powerful. Here's another thing though. Why is it a dangerous technology? So there's a feature in Stellaris, which I guess in this campaign we won't see here. But basically, when enough years pass, there's such a thing as the Endgame Crisis, which is basically, there are multiple different crises that can happen. You don't know which one it's going to be. Different technologies that people research and different things that people do can affect them. But basically, where extra galactic enemies come and attack. And I won't spoil who they are or why they are or what they are. They all have their own stories. And the jump drive, being the dangerous technology, can provoke an endgame crisis. And an endgame crisis is like enemies with like millions of fleet strength. Like they are really, really, really difficult. And they take a very long time to take out. I deliberately didn't really want this series to be about the endgame crisis anyway, because I wanted it to be more about the Tyrian races and the Elder Dragons. I've kind of created my own little crisis through these empires having an advanced start and being these powerful hive minds. But you never know. You never know what's going to happen with the other Endgame Crisis, which would actually come and attack eventually if I played this through for long enough, for like hours and hours and hours. But yeah, researching jump drives can improve the chance one of those Endgame Crises can actually assault us. And yeah, maybe I'll have a video of that one day. So here's the final tier, the Naval Logistics Office, why not? Here at Sol. It's got 10k strength, and I haven't even put any real guns or anything on it, and I haven't put any defenses near it. It's pretty badass. I mean, that kind of stuff's quite prohibitive, I would say. Quite expensive to do. Where are our fleets at the moment? They're all the way over here. Now, and again, so I can't do mega structures, I guess. All I can do is repair one, but we don't have any in our territory, so I can't show you that. But you could build ring worlds. It looks like no really cool ring worlds really spawned here. There are just lots of random systems, right? Like this Kepler, right? Where not much is going on. But there's also several specifically interesting systems in Stellaris where you can find abandoned ring worlds and like that, that abandoned communication center. One of the mods I know exists force spawns them all on. And it means that you always get really interesting and weird stuff happening. I was very tempted to do that for this playthrough, but I didn't in the end. Maybe we could at a later date. But yeah, eventually you can get people building all these habitats and doing fun stuff. Speaking of habitats...
Construction completed.
Where is the one that we built? And have we actually sent people to live there yet? So we have a construction ship sitting here. He's waiting for that. Did I cancel his queue? Was he doing that elsewhere? Hold on. I thought we built it in orbit of one of these tomb worlds. No, we didn't, did we? We built it... I can't remember where we built it, or we thought we were going to build it. I think you're supposed to get icons that show you where you build a habitat. It's a shame. It's a shame time's running out. There's so much to show you in this game. There's so much cool stuff. And I've played this quite inefficiently. I mean, look at all the trade value that's available in Kralkatorik's territory here. I should re-upgrade this, and I should collect this trade value, like really. That would be a lot of money. We're getting 518 a tick right now. Our governors are doing a really good job, I can tell you that much. Let's go look at where the Grove's new home is. The Silvari's new home. There it is. Yeah, they're doing good. They've got lots of populations. They're not really being governed by anyone specifically right now. I can hire you, someone if you'd like. If there was a Silvari up for the job, I'd do it. For now, I'll give you a Coden. Right, here we go. We're destroying these now.
War has been
So there you have it. Oh, a new war's broken out. The Sea of Sorrows are going to devour the Asura at the Hyperlane Experimenter Mega Crew. You guys want to go on in there and break this up? This is a beautiful system. And a scary and a weird one, to be honest. I love all the really weird, super fantasy, strange things that you can find at black holes, you know. I could take a fight to the Enigmatic Fortress as well. I'm pretty sure the fortress would win. This fortress is super strong. I don't think we'll have the fleet strength for it. We can try though. Let's bring everyone there as well.
System survey concluded.
Just have a little bit of fun before we close this down.
Construction completed.
So let's build this science ship. Oh, he found an anomaly. Okay.
Research concluded.
One of our last anomalies right here. The Varzi Maelstrom. I always get scared that they're going to fall in, you know. Look close to the event horizon. He's chilling. Unbelievable. I mean, look, if we're really advanced societies, we know the maths, right? We know when we would be in actual danger. Let's build this starbase, and then let's queue up one over there as well. And then we'll come back after that to build a mining station later, I guess. So, do we have any debris or anything that we can search up? Not sure. Fleet signatures. Readings suggest the presence of an unknown fleet in orbit. They do not respond to hails. Really? Near where the Void Horror was? Habitability modification?
Construction completed.
Yeah, I was going to show you. I was going to show you tweaking a species. So check it out. Go to the species panel. We can pick a species. Any one that we like. It looks like we only have one pop of Norn that made it here, right? So what I can do is you can change their rights, as I've shown before. And we haven't messed with people's rights and individual freedoms. But what we can do is create a template, okay? And so you see trait points left. Well, I can spend those points on things. For example, these guys have got this downside that they're solitary. I could get rid of that for the cost of a point. And I can add something to them. I can make them, you know, stronger in defense with the defense armies. And I can create that. And you see this planet preference thing that's all grayed out? That's that new technology we're getting now, where we could click and change their planetary preference. And I could call them the new Norn.
Knowledge is the key to the universe.
I could call them the Norner, right? Which is like, you know, the new generation of Norn. And yeah, I can create that template. And I can apply it.
Construction completed.
And I can say, look, any Norn that are living here, I'm going to genetically tweak you. It will cost some society research, 3 months of progress. But we do that, and the Norn will become the Norner. And in this way, you can specialize certain species to be really good at the jobs that they're doing, you know. If you have one alien species that's working in all your mines and another one that's working in all your generators, you can, you know, continue to adapt them and augment them. The ogres are fleeing from death and shadow. Look at that. That is unbelievable. Yeah, I told you they were going to get ripped up.
Construction completed.
I like how quite a few of these societies have managed to hold in. Look at how complicated this all is. It's like the people over here have got no idea what's coming.
The key to the universe.
They don't realize the disaster that's on their hand. And us and the Jotun are sort of okay. And the Choya have kind of lucked out. They're being protected by us because we're actually quite strong. Neutronium armor. We could start researching into the L gates here as well now. You can just straight up earn insights for yourself. The planetary shield generator is awesome, by the way. It's got this cool graphic, defends you from army invasions. But I probably want to do another playthrough where the combat is tweaked and the balance is tweaked a bit so that there's more ground combat going on and more reason for a lot of this other stuff. I mean, namely, I need to put the difficulty up. That's what I need to do, so that we don't get these kind of safe situations, which I really didn't want to happen in this series, but
research concluded.
I've misjudged. I got too scared. I got cold feet, and I made it a bit too easy. I think. An ion thruster. And we can keep pulling the technologies. I think there's a thing in the game as well, maybe. I can't remember. It might be an old thing, but where you can start the galaxy at an earlier stage instead of a later stage. Sorry, a later stage instead of an earlier stage, so that you begin with more techs and it's more advanced. Investigation of the unrecognized fleet signatures in this maelstrom system revealed an unexpected discovery. The fleet is not, in fact, in safe orbit of the black hole, but rather crossing its event horizon. The science officer, Star Sharpeye, conjectures that the fleet approached the Vazi Maelstrom's event horizon centuries ago, whereupon time dilation left their image detectable on its surface. Whether the fleet's actions were intentional or the results of some unhappy accident, we may never know. Their signatures match no known civilization on record. Isn't science cool, guys? And look, we can study it. We can research it. We get society research from that. That's kind of beautiful.
Construction completed.
I wonder who they were. I wonder the guru. Oh, well, they don't match the guru or the Baul that we found. I wonder what the other precursors were around too. I do wonder all these things.
Construction completed.
Well, there you have it, guys. Let's just see how these guys get up and how well they do against the enigmatic fortress. The Emerald Roamers over here. We won't fight. We don't have to worry about that. Oh, look. The ogres are claiming my systems.
Research concluded.
They will probably go to war with me at some point, but they want that sector. But this is where the Silvari are living and all that stuff. They'll probably go to war with me eventually, but I'm telling you now, they won't make it. We've detected some kind of utterly massive space installation drifting quietly at the edge of the Merga system. Although preliminary scans show it to be very old, the structure has an intense power signature. Several smaller structures can be seen floating near the main installation, and all of them appear to be heavily armed. If we're to learn the true nature of this ancient relic, we will likely have to overpower its defenses through force of arms. So yeah, basically... Oh. It was our transport fleet that got there first, and they're getting killed. Yep, they just got killed. Wow, yeah, our transport fleet moves so much faster. The Quaggan display psionic potential. Latent psionic powers have begun to manifest in certain individuals belonging to the Quaggan species, according to leaked reports from authorities in the Voronoi Systems Alliance. They must be a fairly recent development, since we have no record of Quaggan ever displaying psionic abilities on file. According to the leaked reports, these powers are so far limited as a small minority of Quaggans, of the Quaggan species as a whole. Scientists in the System Alliance have offered no explanation. They have done that thing, the psionic theory that we were looking at. They have been to show they're actually doing pretty good. I would quite respect the Quaggan. You know, they're boisterous. They allied with the Choya.
Knowledge is the key to the universe.
They're doing pretty good. The planetary shield generator. Here you go, Science Nexus. The research labs and databanks of a Science Nexus generate an immense flow of raw, undiluted science. It's a megastructure, so we could learn to build that once we research it. Chemical bliss is a new form of like species right you can have for people, where you just pump them full of chemicals and make them happy no matter what they're doing. Finally, look, robotic workers, which we really wanted to research a long time ago, to be honest. And that would open the whole... There's stuff where, like, you can fill your empire with robots, and then the robots eventually rebel against you and break away. The idea is you can start relying on robot labor, but then you upgrade them into being androids so that they can do more important jobs and specialist jobs. But then they start finding sentience, and once they're sentient, you have to decide, are you going to start paying them? But if your entire economy is reliant on essentially them being slave labor, and now they're asking for their freedom, you can have a real problem on your hand. And if you start treating them like crap, they can break away. I once lost a campaign because half my empire rose up against me as robots. I don't tend to go robots too much anymore since then, but it's a fun experience for sure. Look, and we built them almost instantly there.
Our sign ship is under fire.
So here we go. Let's see. Now this fortress is pretty badass. I wouldn't be surprised if it just destroys us. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. It's extremely deadly. Yeah, it just blew up all of our battleships straight away.
We are being hailed.
I did want to give you guys a sense of what some of these experiences can be. When I talk about fleet sizes in the millions, I'm not joking. Like tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands. To be honest, since some of the updates, they've lowered the numbers. But yeah, if you're not careful, you can get people killed.
Knowledge is the key to the universe.
And you can lose it all. Well, there you have it, guys. Last thing we'll do is we'll watch Ogden Ironjaw go against it. And I think we will call this little campaign here complete. If only because, you know, 20 hours worth of playing it, I've kind of got to call it there. I really thought we'd get the 300 years done super fast. And I really thought that I would stand... Well, I don't know. I assumed I might die to the Elder Dragons quicker. I didn't think of the sheer volume of stuff. I mean, look at how hard it was to destroy Kralkatorrik. And all it had was this little area. And look at these guys. Like, can you imagine the effort of manually invading every single one of these colonies and doing all of this stuff? I think another series I would do would probably recalibrate the galaxy to have way less colonies. I actually almost nearly did that. I almost nearly dropped the slider to minimum. And what I was going to do was... you know, have each individual system be something I really wanted to fight over. But then I also wanted to show you guys how many different ways you can specialize them and what relic worlds look like. And I like systems where there's multiple habitable planets in the same place. I think that's really cool. But then if you do that, there's billions of them around. I honestly thought most habitable planets were going to be just filled with primitives on this playthrough as well, because I put the primitive slider up really high. And it didn't... That turned out to not be much of a thing either.
Construction completed.
Let's get the off-world trading company. This basically can put the starbase, increases trade hub value around in the area. The science nexus probably won't get done in time here.
Construction completed.
You can get kinship now. The time it takes for unemployed pops to demote is shorter. When we pick this up, we could get another slot, and with that next slot, I think there's some fun things we could do with mega construction. I mean, we did take Voidborn now at this
Research concluded.
I think there's an interesting thing with Stellaris where if the research does come too fast, it's kind of too much to take in. Like, you've got the mechanics of everything and the lore of every little thing. Over and over and over and over and over. You've got to be really quick. And look how many times we're getting these rare things. So I think playing an empire that's less focused on tech is probably a good idea as well. I never anticipated spawning next to the curators and the enclave either, did I? So I don't know. Oh, we're actually getting some shots in this time. Look at this. We did a tiny bit of damage to shields. Can I point out, by the way, that their shields regenerate quickly. Shields regenerate fast. Armor and hull doesn't unless you do special things for it. So yeah, we just wasted everyone.
Construction
and you'll notice
completed.
the battleships have got a much lower chance to disengage than, say, corvettes do.
Knowledge is the key to the universe.
Corvettes, you can get their evasion really high, so they take ages to die, and then even if they do get hit, they might just disengage. But, you know, if they get hit, then they get hit big time, and they probably just break straight away and get immediately blown up. The Jotun are probably wondering what the hell we're doing. More pirates. I think pirate patrols and all these kinds of things I've got a little bit more to learn about. But there you have it. So that's everybody defeated. The last thing I'd like to do is let's check this out. Let's go over here to this sector.
We are being hailed.
We're being hailed. We want a migration treaty with these guys. See, and the default Stellaris experience has lots of other species and preset empires that I'd love to teach you guys about. That's very, very cool. You know, it has its own ecosystem. It doesn't have to be Tyrian stuff. But here, what I'd like to do is we'll go to sectors. The last act we will make is the planets and sectors manager. And I will vassalize this one. It doesn't say what name this one is. Let's see though. Delta Pavonis, no. Concluded. Didn't we put the Codan in charge here? The New Grove, yeah, this is it. So I'm going to create a vassal out of these guys.
Construction completed.
I'll call it New Hope. And I'll create it as a vassal for the Silvari. So that is now a new empire. And they have complete control all on their own. I can no longer take control of it. They will do their thing. They'll be allied to us, and we can bring them in the Federation eventually. We can do fun stuff. But they are there on their own. They're subservient to us right now as well, obviously, because they're a vassal. So it's kind of our duty to defend them. They'll pay us and stuff. And so, you know, like the Gruul, if they're even still alive, the Gruul Empire, that's kind of their playstyle, though they don't seem to have done very well. You know, you can just find new systems, split them away, and let those other tribes and those other states manage themselves. And you are just the overlord that constantly takes the money from them. I'd love to show you guys. That's one of my favorite playstyles. I kind of like what the ogres do as well with the barbaric despoiling. They're getting ripped to pieces. The Massat are getting ripped to pieces. There you go. So good luck, Silvari. I just kind of dumped them over there. But hey, we never got to meet them. They were gone by the time we even first found them. So there you go, guys. That is my, let's say, 100-year Tyrian war campaign. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks very much for watching. If you want more Stellaris, I think the next series we do, I'll show you more about Galaxy Generation. I'll show you some of the other Empire types, maybe some slightly modded scenarios. We could start like 100 years in. We could do different things. Thank you, everybody. I really appreciate you watching this. I really do. And I'll see you for more cool series and gameplay stuff coming forward. Take care now.
The galaxy. Trillions of stars waiting to be explored. Where wondrous creations mingle with desires. And encounters with the unknown. Where the urge to go beyond and to determine one's own fate is universal. Where from the ashes of devastation a new dawn may rise. Revealing a deeper understanding. And this seemingly endless galaxy is still there, lingering, waiting for our next move, knowing that its greatest story still lies ahead.